about to go live, and we are live now. Welcome everybody. Very happy Guru Purnima. Let me wish happy Guru Purnima to my colleagues at Litmus. Let me have a very happy Guru Purnima, Abhinav Sir and Vaibhav Sir. I think it's absolutely amazing to have both of you here in this live session. We might have Pranav Sir also joining in some time, but welcome everybody. Welcome Abhinav, Vaibhav. I think it's going to be very amazing. I think people have interacted with Abhinav Sir, during the VARC practice sessions, and Vaibhav Sir during the DILR practice sessions, and with me in the QA and DILR practice sessions. I'm hoping everybody is doing great. Welcome everyone. I'm hoping everyone is amazing. Abhinav, Vaibhav, what's your thoughts on Guru Purnima and its importance? Unexpected question to begin with.
एकदम curveball.
Abhinav, I'll let you
Yeah,
take the
yeah,
first
go ahead.
answer.
Go ahead.
Abhinav, you can take the first answer.
ठीक है. Thank you. So first of all, happy Guru Purnima to everybody, to Sir, to Vaibhav, and to all of my other colleagues at Litmus, and to all the innumerable number of teachers who have affected me in my life positively, right? And with that, I would say कि भाई अभी 4 ही महीने बचे हैं, ठीक है. अब गुरु पूर्णिमा is more of a marker today, that today is the ending of July and almost the ending of July. अब 4 महीने में गेम होने वाला है, तो I think we should just get ourselves prepped. And I remember sitting I think a couple of Guru Purnimas back कि ऐसे ही एक लाइव स्ट्रीम हुआ था, सर भी आए थे, and there were other tutors thinking on the other side and feeling very nervous कि भाई अब 4 ही महीने बचे हैं, कैसे करेंगे. And it feels to be great on this side. And for that, I would like to thank Sir for this opportunity. And again, happy Guru Purnima to everybody, including the students.
And I think we are having a lot of fun, a lot of wishes. Let me, go to Vaibhav. I think Vaibhav has been, absolutely, working hard with all of us to effectively push DILR further. Vaibhav, what would you want to say on this occasion?
I would say, sir, the whole of life is just learning. So, and the people that you learn from, it can be even one lesson, and that person can you be your guru. So, like, this is the day when you should like be thankful to them. And yeah, exactly. And I would love to take the opportunity to thank Sudhanshu Sir, the guru, sub guru ke guru. So like that has like what you have taught me and what we have interacted over like calls and WhatsApp, that has really helped me throughout my life and things like that. But other than that, I would say that these, as Abhinav said, these holidays or like these festivals should be looked at as markers and how much time is left. And you should always look forward to it and have like small goals about it. Like by 15th August, I will be independent from my syllabus. That was my personal goal. So things like that, by Diwali, I will be this, by this time, I will be this. So if you have those goals and if you meet those small goals, you will feel motivated yourself because you set those goals yourself and you are achieving it. And secondly, you would have built a bigger system by building those small systems. So that would help, I would say. Yeah. But yeah, happy Guru Purnima to everyone.
Happy Guru Purnima, and I think very interesting thoughts by both Abhinav and Vaibhav sir. I think markers is a very important element because obviously from this point onwards there are going to be a string of festivals happening. There is the Shahra coming, and then there is Diwali. I think it also is important that we put our eyes on the target, which is now 4 months to go from here. 120 days is what we are discussing, and in this session we are going to have some amazing fun, but I'm going to also go to Abhinav, Vaibhav regarding specific elements with respect to VRC, DILR and QA. तो उसके बारे में बात करेंगे. And if you have any questions to any of us, please feel free to put in the chat. We'll take up every question that comes in. I'm going to answer all of that as well. But 120 days, if I talk about, let's say, Abhinav, Vaibhav, what do you think should be the game plan? How would you go about it? How did you go about it? During your preparation days, and obviously Abhinav has been taking VRC sessions. He's an MDI alum. Vaibhav got a 99.1. He has been an achiever throughout his life as well. has been taking DILR with all of you. So let me move to each one of you. First off, if you could tell us a little bit about your game plan over the last 120 days, and then we will move specifically to the sections also.
Vaibhav, you can go first.
Sure. So for me, I really paid a lot of weightage. I gave a lot of weightage to just mocks and sectionals and tests, topic-wise tests and things like this. So to after in these 120 days, I was looking forward to giving at least around like roughly at least 35 mocks in the next 120 days. That was my personal goal. And apart from that, at least like 25 different sectionals for each section and things like that. So I had set those goals for myself. And because I had started a little earlier in March, April, so I knew that by August, mid-August, as I said, I would be completely done with all syllabus, regardless of what it is. And something that you really need to start doing now is getting a lot of habit of reading a lot, because in that 120 minutes in the final day, you have to read a lot and comprehend a lot. You would be under an extra pressure that it is the D day and things like that. So you need to sit down every morning or whenever you are frustrated, whenever you are under pressure, try to open up something and read like a paragraph or something. So just to simulate that condition of you reading under pressure or reading under like a lot of noise. If you are in a like a local train and there's a lot of noise, you need to concentrate and read it and comprehend the whole thing. So put yourself in those scenarios which might be on the final day, because you don't know where your test center would be. It might like be next to a highways, and all day long you might be hearing horns and traffic and things like that. So simulating those conditions is also important. So getting yourself acclimated along with your body with that thing is what is important in these 120 days.
That's actually quite inspiring. Thank you, Vaibhav Sir, for that. Let me move to Abhinav Sir and understand his journey over the last 120 days.
Uh, so my journey has was pretty similar to Vaibhav's. I was also targeting close to 20-25 mocks. I succeeded in giving those mocks, but I did not analyze them properly, key where I was doing a mistake, which particular section I needed to focus on, which one I need not. What I used to take away from the mocks was that the wins, the losses, I used to forget about them after I gave them. And it was a personal oversight on my part, and this is something that I advise every student, right? कि 20 मॉक दो, 25 मॉक दो, या 15 मॉक दो, या 30-40 दे दो, ठीक है? Analyze every single mock, count, make your mistakes count, learn from them. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. A normal man learns from the mistakes of himself. A foolish person doesn't learn from anybody, right? And being a student, and today being Guru Purnima, I would like to say that learning doesn't stop when somebody stops teaching you. Learning stops when you stop, close your mind, और आपको लगता है कि आप जो कर रहे हो वही सही है. So be open, be ready to face failure, because you will face some difficulties. You will not be able to grasp concepts. You will not be able to solve things. But आपको उसके आगे जाना है, and उसके आगे जाने के लिए आपको करता रहना है. And that is pretty much it about the last 120 days. Not giving up and learning from your mistakes is the essence for the last 120 days. अब आ ही गए हैं यहाँ तक तो करना ही है. 120 डेज पे अगर हम लोग आके यहाँ पे आके हम लोग बोलेंगे कि नहीं भाई हो गया, थक जाते हैं, हो गया है, अब इसको कल देखते हैं, ठीक है, कल आ जाएगा, इसको कभी देखेंगे नहीं. तो give some seriousness to it. एंड आई नो यू गाइस हैव पुल्ड अप योर सॉक्स अब तक, ठीक है, बट फिर से और थोड़ा ऊपर खींच लो सॉक्स को, ताकि रेडी हो जाए फॉर सीरियस बैटल्स. एंड week over week we will be with you as mentors at Litmus, and we will be providing you with all the support that you need, all the mentorship that you need to help you succeed.
एब्सोल्युटली. एंड आई एम प्रीटी श्योर कि आप में से सब लोग इस पॉइंट इन टाइम पे हम में से किसी ना किसी स्टोरी के आसपास ही होंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल, लेट्स से आई रिमेंबर फॉर अभिनव, ही वाज डूइंग प्रीटी वेल विद VRC, and he was effectively trying to sort of take up the other two sections, while Vaibhav was doing pretty well with DILR and QA. And I was also doing well with QA at this point in time. I remember last 120 days for me was about all the resolutions that I really did hold on to. I think that was something which was my highlight over the last 120 days. I think more than the score, the one thing which actually stayed with me was the fact that I was able to hold on to the promises that I had actually made to myself. I think one thing which I'd recommend everybody over the last 120 days is make yourself some promises, and those will definitely be worth it. More importantly than the success, the ability to hold on to promises matters a lot. So I think अपने आप से कुछ वादे इस पॉइंट इन टाइम पे करना जरूरी है. वो कुछ भी हो सकता है. Wherever you feel you are spending a lot of time and it's actually taking away a lot of your opportunities at this point in time, I'd say be very very brutal about saving your time at this point in time. So I think anything that you are wasting away should stop at this point in time. That's number one. Second important element is यहाँ से it's also important to not just strategize. I also look at people who are only strategizing कि मैं एक हफ्ते का प्लान बना लेता हूँ और उसके बाद प्लान बनाने के बाद मैं उसको थोड़ा चिल मार देता हूँ, फिर अगले हफ्ते का प्लान बना लेंगे. ठीक है. A lot of people connect with me कि सर लास्ट वीक में हमने प्लान बनाया था, उस वाले प्लान को तो मैं एग्जीक्यूट नहीं किया, अब अगले वाले हफ्ते का प्लान बना लेते हैं. भाई सिर्फ प्लान नहीं बनाना है, इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट टू एग्जीक्यूट द प्लान ऑल्सो. दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड थर्ड इंपॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट इज कि यार देखो यहाँ से डर जो है वो बढ़ता जाएगा एक्सपोनेंशियली. ठीक है. एंड मॉक के अंदर स्कोर्स भी ऊपर नीचे जाएंगे. बस एक बात का संतोष तुम्हें हो सकता है कि तुमने अपना काम ठीक किया है. एक्चुअली मैक्सिमम लोगों को गिल्ट, निराशा या डिसअपॉइंटमेंट इस बात का नहीं होता है कि मेरा स्कोर खराब है. डिसअपॉइंटमेंट उनको इस बात का होता है कि मैंने शायद अपना बेस्ट नहीं दिया है. ओके. आई थिंक at all points in time, the one answer that you should have is that I am giving the best that I can. Right? That's something which is very important. If you are stuck, not able to find a solution, connect with mentors so that they can help you see the solution going forward. I would also recommend, create 3-4 people group so that you have some level of peer learning also, and you are able to, storm through in the last 120 days. I remember during my preparation days, I had a few very interesting buddies I used to interact with at all points in time. कि तुमने क्या क्या कर लिया है, तुमने क्या क्या कर लिया है, और उससे थोड़ा सा इंसान competitive रहता है rather than doing it alone. So I think these are some of the important elements that we should definitely look at. Vani Debsock is saying not able to leave habit of web series, try very hard. I'd say Vani, try again, fail better. So that's my input to you. And बाकी सारे लोग I'm hoping कि सब लोग तैयार होंगे. देखो अभी for example let's say 4 लोग आपको स्क्रीन पे देख रहे हैं. ठीक है. Somebody who had a good control over VA, somebody who had good control over DILR, somebody had good control over QA, and somebody who did not have good control over any of the 3. ठीक है. तो वो 4 लोग अभी आपको स्क्रीन पे दिख रहे हैं, बाकी 3 तो हम हैं ही यहाँ पे. राइट. सो आई ट्रूली एंड आई टोटली बिलीव कि इस पॉइंट इन टाइम पे यू विल डेफिनेटली हैव दैट वन सेक्शन जो कि बाकी दोनों से बेहतर चल रहा है. उसको संभाल के रखना बहुत जरूरी है, बिकॉज तुम्हारा गेम एक्चुअली वही बनाएगा. ठीक है. बाकी दोनों को तुम एक सर्टेन लेवल तक ले जाओगे, लेकिन इस पॉइंट इन टाइम तक तुम्हें ये आइडेंटिफाई कर लेना जरूरी है कि तुम्हारा विराट कोहली कौन है. ठीक है. वो ही तुमको गेम जिताएगा, और अंत में तुम देखना कि that is where the game is going to go, all, for example, into the stand for you. So I'm hoping ki we are all doing well so far. Any questions we have not missed out on? Let me now go specifically to Abhinav and then Vaibhav, and then we'll talk a little bit about QA. So Abhinav, if I talk about the VARC plan for the last 120 days, how do you look at it? What's important to take care of from a VARC standpoint?
Sir, VARC standpoint, I would like to add on to Vaibhav's point. So earlier Vaibhav told the importance of reading, and I would like to re-emphasize it because वो 40 मिनट एग्जाम के पहले 40 मिनट जब आपका दिमाग थोड़ा सा फ्रेश होता है, they count a lot more than you think, and that is because reading takes up a lot more of your comprehension. I am not undermining other sections. I'm saying reading in itself requires a lot of fresh mind ability. तो try to keep a habit of सुबह उठ के पढ़ना. ठीक है. so that your mind is accustomed to the fact that I am fresh now, I am free of worries, I am free of any other problems, I am reading, right? Because जब आप जाओगे एग्जाम में and you are going to face VARC first inevitably, ठीक है, तो आपका माइंड अकस्टम्ड रहेगा कि भाई अब मैं फ्रेश हूँ, मैं अभी VARC पढ़ने वाला हूँ, राइट? सो द ट्यूनिंग ऑफ योर माइंड बिकम्स इंपॉर्टेंट, स्पेशली इन द लास्ट 120 days, क्योंकि अभी हैबिट फॉर्म हो जाएगा अब तक, right? That is point number one. Number two is people keep confusing कि sir what should we do, vocabulary हमको याद नहीं रहता है, we are not able to remember new words, we are not able to decipher complex passages as such. So for them my answer would be कि अगर आपको contextually meaning समझ में आ रहा है, right? Like you can make out the probable meaning of the word with the sentences surrounding it, इसके ऊपर क्या है, इसके नीचे क्या है, वो देख के जब आप समझ सकते हो, you don't need to understand the exact meaning of it. And रही बात exact meaning पकड़ने की, तो let's say there's a difficult word, insatiable. Insatiable का मतलब होता है कि not satisfied, right? And my learning needs are insatiable every day. I want to learn everything, something new every day, right? And insatiable का मतलब मेरे को 4-5 बार पढ़ के पता चला है. Like the more you are exposed to a new word, the more you remember it. आप पहली बार जब देखोगे उसको, you won't bat an eye towards it. आपको लगेगा कि ये कोई नया वर्ड, इसको बाद में देखता हूँ, and you forget about it. When you read it the second time, you think, oh अच्छा, इसको तो मैंने पहले भी पढ़ा है, इसका मीनिंग क्या है, देखता है. थर्ड टाइम और फोर्थ टाइम पढ़ते पढ़ते तब पता लग जाएगा. इनसेशिएबल मीन्स अनसेटिस्फाइड, इररेसिस्टिबल हंगर, राइट? सो ऐसे करके ना, by building a practice of reading and exposing yourself to constantly new materials helps you get your VARC game in line, right? And reading is important not just for RCs, VAs also, क्योंकि VA is basically understanding कि कौन सा पहले आता है, कौन सा बाद में आता है. The more articles you read, the more books you read, the more news you read, आपको पता लग जाएगा कि लॉजिकली कौन सा सेंटेंस पहला आना है, लॉजिकली कौन सा सेंटेंस बाद में आना है, राइट? एंड फ्रॉम प्रैक्टिस पर्सपेक्टिव, पढ़ते रहो एंड attempt sectional mocks, attempt timed practices. They are far more important than just plain reading and doing things. That is what I like to say about VRC.
Yep. Let's go to Vaibhav Sir. Understand how should we plan DILR over the last 120 days?
Sir, I would say for DLR, you majorly need to start understanding one thing after every mock or a sectional is that did you select the right set? That is the first primary thing. That you should start get into a habit of selecting the right set. Even if you are not able to solve it, that's another thing. If you did it wrong, that's another separate story. But if you did not select the right set, which was more doable, which was more in your area of expertise, that is the biggest place where you lose. So to win, the first thing in DLR is to select the right set. Because if you select one right set and get it correct, you're 90 percentile there. And then if you get two of them correct, you are 99 percentile in DLR. It's as simple as that. It couldn't get easier. So it's very similar to VARC, wherein you would have to read one paragraph and answer 4 questions. Similarly, here 4 or 5 questions. So as soon as you crack, do not even look at the clock when you sometimes you are solving it outside, like a sectional or a topic-wise test. Do not look at the clock. Because even if you on the final day, even if you take 20 minutes, 25 minutes to solve one set and you get 100% of the questions correct, that's a lot of score in the first 25 minutes. And within the next 15 minutes, let's say you solve another set. So that's two different sets with an average time of 20 minutes. So don't even worry about doing it within another 10 minutes or 12 minutes. But have this in your mind that at a 10-minute mark or 8-minute mark, if you're not able to crack the set, maybe try a different set and then maybe come back to this, start from there or start afresh. Because sometimes, trust me, it has happened to me a lot that I had this habit of like solving DLR sets outside of my mocks before looking at the solution. So what happened to me when I started afresh, sometimes I could solve it within 6 minutes, 5 minutes, sometimes. Because it was that there was one small puzzle that I had to click together and it was solvable in one go. So you have to get into that habit of finding that one big problem which is the hurdle for you in solving that set. And once you do that, it's very simple beyond that. So that's selection and solving time is what I would say is key to the other.
Absolutely. I think since we are having some fun, so I'll talk about a little bit of QA, but उसके पहले हम थोड़ी सी बात मोटिवेशन की कर लेते हैं दोस्तों. आई एम होपिंग एवरीबॉडी इज एबल टू हियर मी. एक बार सब लोग फटाफट चैट में कंफर्म भी कर दो. एंड मुझे अभी चैट में कंफर्म कर दो कि इतनी आदत हो गई है कि मैं ऑफलाइन सेशंस में भी बोल देता हूँ. ठीक है. आई वाज एक्चुअली इनसाइड अ बी स्कूल. आई वाज डूइंग अ सेशन देयर व्हिच वाज ऑन स्ट्रेटेजिक बिजनेस नेगोशिएशंस एंड केस सॉल्विंग. उसके अंदर मैंने बहुत सारे लोगों को कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट समझाया और उसके बाद मैंने बोला कि सब लोग चैट में कंफर्म करो. तो वो मेरे को पूछ रहे हैं कि कौन से वाले चैट में जाके कंफर्म करना है. ठीक है. तो आई थिंक ये मुझे काफी ज्यादा आदत हो गई है. तो चलो थोड़ी मोटिवेशन की बात कर लेते हैं. Okay, so this is something which I dedicate to the entire family at Litmus, all the amazing mentors, Abhinav Sir, Vaibhav Sir, Sonal Ma'am, Aditya Sir, Pranav Sir, Himanshu Sir, everybody who's been absolutely instrumental in adding value to the learning of the students and obviously to all the students as well. I'm hoping everybody is able to hear this. Are you guys able to listen to this? Can you all quickly confirm एक बार सब लोग? कुछ पाने की हो आस, कोई अरमा हो जो खास खास आशाएं, हर कोशिश में हो वार वार कर दरियाओं को आर पार आशाएं. कुछ पाने की हो आस आस, कोई अरमा हो जो खास खास आशाएं, हर कोशिश में हो बार बार करे दरियाओं को आर पार आशाएं. तूफानों को चीर के मंजिलों को छीन ले, आशाएं खिले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की. अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी. ओ हो खिले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे. अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी. तो भाई लग जाओ भाई, फाइट मारो. आई वुड से कि लास्ट 120 डेज में क्वांट्स के अंदर मैं सिर्फ इतना बोलूंगा कि पहले जैसे वैभव सर ने भी बोला कि अपना मार्कर लगाओ कि भाई 15 अगस्त तक मेरे को अरिथमेटिक अलजेब्रा कैप्चर करना है, एंड ऑफ अगस्त तक मेरे को अरिथमेटिक अलजेब्रा ज्योमेट्री कैप्चर करना है. एंड आई थिंक बाय सितंबर अगर हम फॉर एग्जांपल अरिथमेटिक अलजेब्रा ज्योमेट्री मॉडर्न मैथ्स नंबर सिस्टम ये सारी चीज़ें कर लेते हैं ना, तो गेम बहुत आसान हो जाएगा. बिकॉज फिर तेरे पास बहुत सारा टाइम मिलेगा रिवाइज करने के लिए, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने के लिए, मॉक्स करने के लिए, सेक्शनल्स करने के लिए. पर आई थिंक इस पॉइंट इन टाइम पे इंपॉर्टेंट है कि हम सिलेबस अच्छे से करें. दैट्स नंबर 1. एंड सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट इज कि सिलेबस को मतलब डू नॉट टेक इट अपसाइड डाउन. बाय दैट आई मीन डू नॉट मेक इट अ टिक मार्क एक्सरसाइज. तो टिक मार्क एक्सरसाइज मत करो भाई. कोशिश बस इतना होना चाहिए कि कैट तुमको फॉर एग्जांपल अंडा से भुर्जी बनाने नहीं देगा, कैट तुमको भुर्जी से अंडा बनाने देगा. मतलब यू विल हार्डली हैव क्वेश्चन जहाँ पे प्रिंसिपल, रेट और टाइम दिया हुआ और तुमको इंटरेस्ट पूछ रहा है. करेक्ट. इट विल बी मोस्टली द अदर वे अराउंड कि इंटरेस्ट दिया हुआ और प्रिंसिपल पूछ रहा है. ठीक है. किसी प्रॉब्लम के अंदर 2 इंस्टॉलमेंट दे दिया, बोला रेट बताओ. ठीक है. तो इस टाइप के प्रॉब्लम्स आपको, इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट टू गो टू द डेप्थ ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स It's not about solving, heavier level problems, LOD1, LOD2, LOD3, वो नहीं. Important is कि are you able to see the concepts from a reverse side also. मतलब अगर मैं installments पढ़ रहा हूँ तो I would definitely not recommend you memorizing formulas, because maximum formulas जो memorize करते हैं उसमें installment का value equal होता है. तो अगर अपने को question बनाना होगा as CAT पेपर सेटर तो इंस्टॉलमेंट का वैल्यू अनइक्वल कर देंगे, तो वो सारे लोग जो फॉर्मूला याद करके आए हो एक शॉट में बाहर हो जाएंगे गेम से, राइट. सो इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट कि जो पढ़ रहे हो उसको समझ के पढ़ो, एंजॉय करके पढ़ो, एंड कोशिश यही होनी चाहिए भाई लास्ट 120 डेज में कि यू एक्चुअली डिजर्व अ गुड बी स्कूल. इफ यू डिजर्व अ गुड बी स्कूल you will get a good B school for sure. But if you only try to chase some B school that you have in mind, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow, FMS, XLRI, जो भी तुम्हारे दिमाग में है, तो वो चीज़ तुम्हें और ज़्यादा कमज़ोर बना देता है कि भाई it will create more fear. So I'll say do not chase any particular college, chase any good college और वहाँ जाओ, फिर वहाँ जाके मेहनत करो, as all of us have done here. So I think that is my inputs from the standpoint of QA and overall. But I'm hoping that we will keep joining in and we'll keep interacting. To everybody, I'm hoping that you have have really enjoyed this session. Make sure that you like this if you feel that this was worth your time, and more importantly, I would really want to thank my co-mentors and my co-hosts in this session, Abhinav Sir and Vaibhav Sir, for their time and all the efforts they've been putting in. Thank you so much. I'd really wish Guru Purnima to both of them and all the mentors at MBA Litmus from the bottom of my heart. Over to you, Abhinav, Vaibhav, if you have any pointers before we come to a close.
Sir, I would say one person is really like motivating. I can hear myself. Okay, anyway, that motivating to me is Dashrath Manji that I remember, and he had this quote that said, करेंगे नहीं, तोड़ेंगे नहीं, तब तक छोड़ेंगे नहीं. So उस attitude से अब अगला 120 दिन लगाना है कि जब तक 99 percentile across the sections जब तक फोड़ेंगे नहीं, overall नहीं, across sections 99 जब तक फोड़ेंगे नहीं, तोड़ेंगे नहीं, तब तक छोड़ेंगे नहीं. ऐसा एटीट्यूड रखना है, एकदम आर्या पार वाला, मेहनत वैसा करना है. दैट इज द आइडिया सर.
मुझे भी दशरथ मान जी का एक कोट याद आ गया इसी के साथ में, और वो ऐसा है कि भगवान के भरोसे मत बैठी, का पता वो हमरे भरोसे बैठा हो. So I think it's important that we take matters into our hand. Obviously ऊपर वाला तो रहेगा ही साथ में, but I think अपना एफर्ट डालना बहुत बहुत जरूरी है, especially last 120 days. Over to you, Abhinav sir.
Two things. Number one, sir, आपने बोला था कि make your efforts count. कि आप जो भी sacrifices करते हो, keep doing on those sacrifices, right? And abhi some student asked, I am not able to leave watching web series, right? My answer for that would be कि आप web series देखना छोड़ दो, but उसी proportion में जितना शिद्दत से, जितने प्यार से आप वेब सीरीज देखते हो, उतने ही प्यार से, उतने ही शिद्दत से आप पढ़ाई करना चालू कर दो. मेक योर सैक्रिफाइस ऑफ वेब सीरीज काउंट. ठीक है, आपने एक वेब सीरीज छोड़ दी, आपके सारे दोस्त बात कर रहे हैं, आप बात नहीं कर पा रहे हो, कोई नहीं, आप उनसे बेहतर बी स्कूल में रहोगे अगले साल, राइट? एंड make your small and big sacrifices worth it. And I am telling it from a personal experience also कि मैं बोलते रहता हूँ, I was a working professional when I was preparing, and I used to sacrifice all of my weekends in the last 120 days. Okay, zero qualms about it. मैं बाहर नहीं गया, मैं दोस्तों के साथ मिलने नहीं जा सकता था वीकेंड्स पे, मैं फैमिली टाइम स्पेंड नहीं कर सकता था वीकेंड्स पे, mostly because I was committing that time. I think things could be done with it, things can be done better, but my sacrifice was in the end worth it, because I, again, number two, आपने बोला कि make the अब एक 20 पर्टिकुलर 20 स्कूल को माइंड में रख के मत चलना कि भाई इधर जाना है उधर जाना है. मेक श्योर दैट आपका प्रोसेस अच्छा है, आपको सॉल्विंग अच्छा आती है, चाहे वो DILR हो, क्वांट्स हो या VARC हो. Make sure your fundamentals are right, make sure your process of solving any question is correct, and the process will lead you to the best outcome possible. And all of us at here present are, you could say, living proof of that. Now, we believed in our process, we believed in our own methods, and we backed ourselves, and that's where that changes it. कि मतलब putting a particular target कि हाँ भाई मेरे को इस B school जाना है, उस B school जाना है, that makes it a little bit difficult for you to visualize it. Yes, it's a good motivator, but जब आप प्रोसेस को सही नहीं करोगे ना, तब तक कुछ नहीं होने वाला. मतलब जब प्रोसेस सही करो और बेटर हो जाएगा. That's it, sir.
Absolutely. So, guys, thank you so much. That's, Abhinav Sir from the VARC team, Vaibhav Sir from DILR, and this is your friend and guide Sudhanshu from the Quants and DILR's, department as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining. It was so lovely having you all here. And, God bless you all. Take care. Keep working hard. I'd say stay away from, negative people. Have, people who are actually, for example, people who are close to you, people who are genuinely going to give you a good suggestion. I think that's something which is very important over the last 120 days. I would say, focus on being disciplined. I think being disciplined is the most difficult. We all, try and we got a 99, but we are still trying to get, disciplined in our lives. We are, striving every day to do that. So that's, I think, the most difficult deal. If you can do that, you will definitely do better than all of us. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. And I'm pretty sure, अपने पास आ रहा है अभिनव सर, big fan. ठीक है, और अपने पास और भी बहुत सारे अच्छे comments आ रहे हैं. We have comment for Vaibhav Sir also. Thank you, Vaibhav Sir. You are the best. Love you. Thank you, Vaibhav Sir. Love you for your guidance. ठीक है, Daddy from Siege. तुम अभिनव सर की VRC क्लास में भी जाओ, उसकी भी अपने को थोड़ी ज्यादा जरूरत है. ठीक नहीं, पर ठीक है, मतलब व्हाट्सएप लैंग्वेज में चलता है. बट थैंक यू सो मच गाइस फॉर जॉइनिंग इन. गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल. कीप वर्किंग हार्ड. आई एम प्रीटी श्योर दैट वी आर गोइंग टू शो अप डे इन एंड डे आउट. एंड आई विल से यार कि फॉर एग्जांपल कंप्लेन मत करो. ठीक है, कीप पुटिंग इन योर हार्ड वर्क. डोंट थिंक कि बाकी लोग कर रहे हैं कि नहीं, मैं बाकी लोगों से ज्यादा क्यों करूं. ठीक है, व्हाई एम आई cursed to put in more efforts. I think all of us, I also have again sessions in the morning. I'm sitting down here. I'm yet to have dinner also. Enjoy the process. Enjoy करके करोगे तो चेहरे पे हमेशा स्माइल रहेगा और लाइफ में कंटेंटमेंट. Thank you so much guys for joining in. God bless. Take care. Thank you Abhinav sir. Thank you Vaibhav sir for very very amazing session. God bless. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you,
Good night,
sir.
everyone.
Good night, students.